So now let's start with the 7th paragraph. While her journey from the frozen plains of Siberia to the summit of women's tennis has touched the hearts of tennis fans, for the youngsters herself, there appears to be no room for sentiment. Sentiment means emotions, all the emotions that we show, that be that of anger, of care, of love, of support, be it of any type of emotion it might be. So we are told that there is no room for sentiments. You can't give preference to your emotions. You have to only give preference to your dreams. It should be your priority, working for your dreams. So she was an icon of inspiration for all the youngsters. Her meteoric rise was a source of inspiration. They get to know how one has to work for one's dreams. One has to always have the iron will. One can't give preference to the emotions. One can't let others control oneself. One has to show his individual self in this competitive world. The straight looks and the answers she gives when asked about her ambition make it amply clear, means almost clear, to the great extent it makes clear that she considers the sacrifices were worth it. She tells that when she is asked in the interviews or by some other people about the sacrifices she made, she tells them that the dream that she had, the aim that she had, the top that she had decided for herself, they were worth the sacrifices that she made. I am very competitive. I work hard at what I do. It's my job. This is her mantra for success. She says that whatever is my job, I will work hard for that. And her job was to play tennis for the country. Coming to 8th paragraph, we have, though Maria Sharapova speaks with a pronounced American accent, she proudly parades her Russian nationality. Means though she is residing in America, but she has her nationality with her. She is really patriotic. Means she has respect for her own country. Clearing all doubts, she says, I am Russian. It's true that the US is a big part of my life. How it's part of her life? Because she learned to play tennis as a professional tennis player. She grew up in America. So it is really a big part of her life. But I have Russian citizenship, means her birthplace is in Russia. So she is a citizen of Russia. My blood is totally Russian. I will play the Olympics for Russia if they want me. She says that if Russia invites me to play for their country, means for my country. It was her country, obviously. She grew up in Russia. She was born in Russia. Her forefathers were from Russia. So she is a Russian. She says that if they will ask me to play for the country, I will surely play. Like any number of teenage sensations, Maria Sharapova lists fashion, singing and dancing as her hobbies. She was a normal human being if we come to see the hobbies, her areas of interest. She loves reading the novels of Arthur Conan Doyle. He is a famous detective novel writer. He is a novelist. Her fondness for sophisticated evening gowns appears at odds with her love of pancakes with chocolate spread and fizzy orange drinks. Means like all people, she had good taste. She also loved singing, dancing, shopping. She also follows fashions. So we can't say that she was really a different person. She was like all of us. The only thing different in her was her attitude towards life. She gave priority to her dreams and not to the emotions. Maria Sharapova cannot be pigeonholed or categorized. Means we can't categorize her. Her talent, unwavering desire, means strong desire, firm desire to succeed and readiness to sacrifice. Readiness to sacrifice means she is always ready to sacrifice. But the condition is that that thing should be worth sacrificing, like her aim. Have lifted her to the top of the world, and these things have made her a successful person, and she is at the top of the world of tennis. Few would grudge her, means a few people will only criticize her. Riches she is now reaping, because she had really worked hard. The riches that she owns today is not something that she got or through her birth. Means she was not born with a silver spoon. She worked hard to achieve that success, to achieve all those riches. This is what she has to say about her monetary gains from tennis. What she says, let's see. Of course, money is a motivation. Obviously, we need money to survive in this world. We have to pay for each and everything. So, money is really important. Tennis is business, and is what? It is business for her, as she is a professional. And a sport, one play it, so it is a sport. But the most important thing is to become number one in the world. She says that being a professional is not a big thing. Being a sports person is not also a big thing. The only thing which is big is to be at the number one in the world. That's the dream that kept me going, and this was the only idea that she had in her mind. That the aim that she set for herself was that she has to become number one in the world. And this thing worked as a driving force which forced her to work hard, which forced her to pursue the journey she was on of reaching the top of the world. So I hope everyone can relate the title of part 2 as well, because the title for part 2 also is same as reach for the top. Here also we see that to reach to the top of something, one has to make sacrifices. It is not something, success is not something which one can get served in a plate, it's the plate of success, just have. It's not at all possible. One has to work hard, one has to make sacrifices, one has to control oneself, one has to show one's individuality. Because everyone can follow a crowd where everyone is going, it will not take any efforts to follow the crowd. But when it comes to setting a dream for yourself, when it comes to achieving the success, when it comes to reaching the top of the world, that position is only one. And if position is only one, there can only be one person at that position. And how will that be possible? That will only be possible if you are making the efforts that are worth, that are needed, that is the necessity for that particular position. For that, you not only have to work hard, you have to also control yourself. As she says, there is no room for sentiments. One has to show one's individual self and make all these sacrifices if one wants to reach that summit in that particular field. So if we draw a comparison between both, we see Santosh Yadav was a mountaineer, and we see she is a tennis player. The difference that we can see is Maria didn't have to convince her parents that this is my dream, allow me to do this. Her parents supported her wholeheartedly right from the time when she celebrated her 10th birthday. And if we talk about Santosh Yadav, she had to convince her parents. In fact, she in some way gave them the warning that if you will not do this for me, I won't do this. So in some way she had to manage that thing. But in case of Maria, it was not so. But the common thing that was there for both of them was that they had to make sacrifices. Because the success can't be achieved without making sacrifices. Both of them managed the emotions, they managed themselves, they gave priority to their dream and not to the society, or not to the emotions, or not to the family. It was their dream that was important for them, and they worked day and night for that dream. and for that person both of them reached the summit in their respective fields. What were the fields? For Santosh Yadav, it was mountaineering. She was the only woman, youngest woman in fact, to have climbed the summit of Mount Everest twice. And if we talk about Maria Sharapova, she is the youngest woman tennis player, and she has also reached the summit in the world of tennis. So I hope it is clear to everyone. So that was all from my side. I hope you all might have got the message and the theme as we have talked of the part 1. They are the same, and that the message and theme have also been talked now itself when we were discussing the title, that sacrifices are necessary. You have to manage yourself, you have to have control over yourself, and if you are focused or if your eyes are on just the goal, everything that comes your way, you will cross it. The only thing needed is your firm faith. You have to be steadfast, and then no one can stop you if your efforts are made in the right direction, whether someone is supporting you or not supporting you. So that was all from my side. I hope you all have already read the chapter once. If not yet, please give a reading to the chapter, go through the chapter, read in between the lines, and I am sure the chapter would be clear to you, not just part 2, part 1 will also be clear, and you will find it quite easy for you to solve the exercise and the question answers. So that was all from my side. Take care everyone. See you in the next class. Thank you.